Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on the journey from millions to billions. And we believe the key to scaling your wealth and compounding your business starts every single day with a mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership. Hey, I'm excited about our next guest. He's out of originally from the great state of California, and now he's in Colorado. He's going to be talking about housing affordability. He's going to be talking about making an impact, and so much more. Please welcome to the show with me, Glenn Bean. Glenn, how we doing?
Doing great. Thanks, Brett. It's great to be here.
Excellent. And for our listeners, get to know you. Maybe tell quickly a little bit about your story and your focus and what you're doing there at Sycamore Equity.
Sounds good. I was born in Oakland, California. My dad was a pastor, and I grew up in a parsonage. However, that part of my story kind of went on pause for a while. Went to business school, consulting, worked in tech. But, after having a family and some kids here in Boulder, decided I wanted to address something that really had purpose in life. And, I looked at housing affordability as a big challenge here in the United States. So even a decade or two ago, a lot of homeowners could get into home ownership, buying a house that was priced, typically call it 3 to 5x what their income was. That was a decent rule of thumb. Whatever your salary, whatever your household income was, that's about the house you could afford. But due to a whole variety of factors, the price of houses across the U.S. is more like 5 to 7x people's income today. In some communities, it's even higher than that, 9, 10, 11 times people's income. So getting a down payment and the overall affordability is just not there. Add on to that interest rates are at a relative high right now. And a lot of people just can't get into home ownership. Well, as we started to look at that, we talked to a lot of nonprofit leaders who wanted to get people into home ownership for their staff, people who need to be present in their communities to do their best work, to be incarnationally present. And it was so hard for talent attraction and retention to get people into their communities. So we thought, well, what if we could set up a fund that would invest in single-family owner-occupied homes, which is an asset class that's not that easy to get into, that would provide decent returns to investors, but it would also give these staff members that are making a huge impact in their communities a chance, that bridge from rental to home ownership, and to bring both that financial stability, but also, just sort of the peace of mind so that they can go back to doing their jobs.
That's incredible. So yeah, you're taking the housing crisis and you're making an impact in a way that makes it more attainable for more people to have financial security, stability, ownership, and I would say even location stability, right? I mean, moving is such a stressful thing, and even just the thought of not having a home is just it's such a dynamic thing that needs to be solved for. Okay, so let's dive right into this, Glenn. So, what would you say is one of the top things that you've gleaned as far as wisdom or secrets as it pertains to trying to do something about this to make a big dent in the housing crisis?
Well, the number one thing is there are financial returns in this, but you layer onto that additional value creation. So for employers, it's unlocking, reducing that cost for talent attraction and retention. People will move to certain areas if they have this type of benefit. People will stay in jobs longer. Sometimes even at modest pay if they know that their housing is stable. So there's, both a financial cost and an organizational cost to employers. But then there's a huge benefit to the home buyers. They have a chance to start building equity, take tax advantages of having a mortgage, improve the house. So the home buyer benefits. But then ultimately, whoever the investor is will also benefit because there's the organization that they care about, whatever this nonprofit is, will have better employees doing better work and serving the community better. And so it's taking capital that's ready to invest somewhere and benefiting 3 different stakeholders.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.